tactics, strategies, and techniques to lead people. Remember we talked about leading? To lead people to a belief or to an action. Tactics, strategies, and techniques to lead people to a belief or to an action. See, that's a foundational flaw that many people, they miss the boat there. And that most salespeople never realize that they want that prospecting client to think something about them and believe something about them as a result of that interaction. That's strategy, okay? Secondly, what is influence?
Trust.
Trust. Social proof. What is influence?
Power. Credibility.
Power. Credibility. Influence. Would you say that, for example, Martin Luther King had influence over people?
Yes.
Did you ever see Martin Luther King say, let me tell you all the features and benefits. Let me tell you all the reasons you should follow me. Did you ever see that? No. Yet when he spoke, just like he or Gandhi or Martin Luther King, millions of people followed. Influence is this: seemingly having power over others with zero effort. It was no effort for Martin Luther King to speak and have influence over people, right? Or Hitler. So that's why the program is called zero effort selling. When you know how to create influence, people just start following you automatically, not even knowing that they're following you, just like many of you folks followed me when I went from here to here. You didn't even consciously know that you were following me. Or just like a Tylenol commercial. If it's not analyzed, people follow that belief automatically. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, so would everyone agree that persuasion and influence are the foundation of all sales, all marketing, and all advertising? Okay. Yes, you would agree. Okay, good. You folks are getting it. It's even after lunch and you're getting it. The thing is this. Let's step back 15 minutes. When I asked you the definitions of persuasion and influence, you couldn't even give me the definitions. Yet your entire selling career hinges upon what's the only thing you're going to be paid for?
Persuading.
Persuading and influencing. The thing is this. It's not your fault. I've taught this information to a lot of years to thousands of people. My students have been all the way from Wall Street to Main Street, Miller, Hyman, Sandler, Spin Selling, Consultative Selling, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins, Tom Hopkins, Brian Buffini, Mike Ferry, and every other program under the sun. And they've all said, Jim, how come no one's ever taught me what you taught me? Well, all those other programs are about why people buy. What you're learning today, and you're going to learn over the next couple of hours, is how people buy. Because when you know how they buy, you can then influence why they buy. Does that make sense to everyone? Good. Milton Erickson, grandfather of modern-day clinical hypnotherapy, said, use your words carefully, because the words that you, or the words you choose to use today, will influence your clients 20 years from now. Who can still hear your mother talking 30, 40 years ago? Right? Words are power, okay? And that's what I want you to start looking at with what you're learning today, is that your words are strategy and your words are power to lead people. Now get into your prospect's mind. You've all heard this, right? Get into your prospect's mind. How do you do that? Questions, okay?
Find out
what do you do with the information when people answer a question? Where do you go with it then?
Take notes.
But what do you do with the information?
Ask deeper.
Figure out what they value.
Deeper.
Close. You're building a profile. Okay? Here's where most people miss the boat. You've heard sales managers say you've got to go out and get into your prospect's mind. Right? The thing is most people completely miss the boat. They ask questions, which is left brain analytical. We'll cover this in just a bit. Yet, this is the way people buy. You see the, is this the, okay. Tip of the iceberg, smallest part that you can see, right? The biggest part of the iceberg is under the water. See, this is where people try to influence people, the tip of the iceberg. Where you've got to now start influencing people is unconsciously below the surface, below what you can see. 7% of communication is words. What's the other 93%? Come on.
Body language.
Body language. What else?
Appearance.
Experience. Okay. It's everything. It's body language. It's the clothes that you wear that Catherine was talking about yesterday. It's even smell. For example, if you dated someone and they used to wear a certain perfume or cologne, you stop dating them. If you like them and you meet somebody later that wears that same perfume or cologne, you're more inclined to like them. Okay? Seriously, it's all this happens below the level of conscious awareness. If you can't stand the color aqua and you meet someone wearing the color aqua, you are automatically unconsciously predisposed to not like that person. It all happens below your level of conscious awareness. That's why you've got to be very careful with what you put out there. There was this salesman. I had 2 air conditioners put in last year. Both of my air conditioners went out the same week. May. So I called these salespeople, and this one guy came, and he was a 1950s trained salesperson. His approach was, if I show you everything you want in an air conditioner, can I ask for your business? Like, what book did you learn that? But he sat down after he looked at the air conditioners, and he opened his computer. And there was a picture of him. Now, I live in Dallas, okay? And I'm telling you this for educational purposes. Dallas is a very religious city, very Baptist, okay? Very Christian. So he opened up his computer, and there's a picture of him holding a trout and a tank top with a Christian cross on it. What's wrong with that?
What was he holding?
He had what was he holding? A trout. That had nothing to do with the story. But he had a Christian cross on it. Exactly. What if I were Buddhist? What if I were Jewish? Now, mind you, most people never consciously sit there and think, well, I'm Christian, you're Jewish. But what they unconsciously think is this. What? What do they think?
He's not like me.
You're not like me. So something as simple as that affects people unconsciously. So you've got to be very mindful of the unconscious message that you're telegraphing when you're working with your prospects and your clients. Okay. I'm going to put colors up here. And to demonstrate this, what predominant color is this?
Black.
Okay, so we know what black is. What color is this? What color is his shirt?
Green.
Okay, so we know colors. And you're thinking, well, Jim, why are you pointing out basic colors? You're going to see why when we're done. I'm going to put some colors up here. I want you to say the color of the word as fast as you can. The color of the word as fast as you can, beginning now.
Red, blue, red, blue, green, purple, yellow, red, blue.
Did you get it in the back? Say the color of the word. Okay. That's not easy, is it? Say that again. Say that out loud.
I said that's not easy.
Okay, how come it's not easy?
Because your mind wants to read the word, not you read the word first and then you go, oh no, I have to translate that to the color of the word.
You're close. One side of the brain is reading the analytical word blue. That's the left side of the brain. The right side of the brain is attempting to read the color red. So this is affecting you both consciously and unconsciously. So in the selling process, when people are looking at your listing presentation or your buying presentation or whatever it is, they're processing it both analytically and consciously, and both illogically, irrationally, and unconsciously at the same time.